Jordan Peterson talks
being
a
a
lot
slave
about
to your passions.
I mean, yeah, we do quote Jordan Peterson a lot.
Jordan Peterson's an undercover Catholic.
Yeah, we've been saying that for years, but
One day.
yeah, I feel bad for the guy because, I kind of, to be fair to him, I actually kind of agree with the fact that it should be more private. You know, one's faith. It's such a big question. It's probably the most personal question, and everyone just wants him on his side. But
Maybe there's an argument for if you have a faith that you're convicted of, you kind of have a responsibility to share it if it means that if you're convicted of Catholicism, for example, and you really believe it, then you believe that the salvation of people rests on whether they believe in Christ or not. So why would you not? So, but
I like that. And in fact, I believe that fully. And just today, I was watching a conversation with Matt Fradd and Father Gregory Pine. Is that his name? Gregory or
Gregory Pine.
And they were talking about how they're sick of like having nice conversations about like between Protestants and Catholics where they're like trying not to admit the fact that they're trying to convert them over to their side. And she's like, I much prefer talking with atheists because they'll just come out and say, I think you're wrong because this, and this. And then it's more easily, like you're more easily able to just dive right in and be like, well, I think you should be Catholic because we hold more truth than you do. And you're not only going to be more happy, but more fulfilled. And you'll get to heaven, which is cool. You know. But then that I literally started, like right after I heard that, I have some Protestant friends and some, not a lot of atheist friends, but I would never say that to like a Protestant. Like, hey, I think you should become Catholic. Here's why. Like, and maybe I shouldn't, but what you just said is true. Like, shouldn't I? If I'm really convicted about it and I think that it's, and I mean, props to Protestants for doing this better than Catholics. I think that they'll like come up to you and be like, you should be Protestant. And then like, they'll list reasons why.
Have you met Jesus?
Yeah. Have you met Jesus? Yeah. Good. They should. I mean, if they believe they have the truth, then they should, like, I appreciate it. That's showing me love. Like they want me to be saved. I feel like either we don't care enough or we're just too conflict avoidant. I don't know. I think it's the second. I think we just don't want it's too much work. I don't know.
It's hard, and rejection is a fear for a lot of people.
Again, I was watching a conversation with Matt Fradd and Ben Shapiro. And Matt Fradd was really bothered by the fact that Ben Shapiro did not want him to be a Jew, like to become, like to join the Jewish faith. It's like, why don't you want me in your club? Like like you should want, like, do you not believe that I'm wrong and that joining you would save me? Why do you not care?
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe that's not.
I forget what Ben's argument
I don't remember either. I think he was like, yeah, he's more a libertarian. Honestly, I've noticed that he's very. I mean, Michael Knowles is much more like
traditional.
Well, he's also Catholic. I forget where I was going with that. And it's not necessarily. I don't know that that's implicit to the Jewish faith. It might just be Ben Shapiro that doesn't care as much, and he's up to his head in controversies and not necessarily controversies, but like conflict every day. So he doesn't need to get into more arguments about faith.
He's always pretty friendly in those interviews, and Matt Fradd is very confrontational. He's
I love that, though.
Not in a obnoxious way, but in a charitable way.
I think that shows his love. Like his willingness to want you to join. Like, hey, I want the best. If you want the best for someone, I guess. I mean, there's a prudent way to do things. How did we get on this topic?
I don't know. I don't know what we've been talking about.
I forgot.
For the
Me
past,
too. This
like,
is kind of
20 minutes.
Yeah, this is better.
Well, we haven't talked about goodness in a while.
Let's get back to that.